Alright guys, unfortunately there were some technical
Final
difficulties here,
Fantasy.
so we don't know if the match is still going. The match is probably still going and we'll just have to take the points from that match. And welcome back, guys. Unfortunately, there was a bit of a technical difficulty here, and it knocked us out of the match. So I don't know if the match is still going, unfortunately. Well, we'll see if the room is still up. So again, if you guys will just hang on for just a moment. Welcome to the channel, my fellow DJ. Alright, so it looks like that the match is still going, which means that whatever official score comes out of this match, we'll have to stick with. Again, I would like to apologize. Yep, the match is still going, unfortunately. And we cannot see what's happening in the match because we were knocked out, unfortunately. So with that, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to take just a quick break. Stay here right here with us. We're going to make sure that this continues. And by the way, thank you very much, Starla Jasmine, for that follow. Thank you very, very much for that follow. We'll be sure to be having tournaments once a month here. We'll also be playing video games and working out to those video games. I'm a variety streamer. With that, it seems like it's a fairly even match. So hopefully we can get them to come out of it and we can still get the point. Like, okay, so the first match was won. Everyone,
if you can hear me, stop the match. We see that, okay, they're still going, so if you guys can stop the match, stop the match. But if we wish to view the match, we're unable to view the match currently. If you can hear me, stop the match. Okay, it seems as though they cannot hear me because I did not set the room to be able to hear me. We did. Okay, they stopped the match. Okay, looks like they are stopping the match. So guys, at this point, just get your bravery attacks out and come back into the lobby so that we can view the match, and we'll just give you guys that first point, and we'll just keep track that way. Okay. All right, so Okay. So there we go. They're slowly coming back into the room. Okay. And we have all of our combatants back. Jacko, Bitch Princess, if you could give me control of the room right quick. Yeah, before we just start off, thank you very much, Jacko. Okay, and seriously, to the audience, like, seriously, give our competitors a round of applause. Like, our competitors understand what has happened. Team Coldea won round one. They won round one, and Team, let's see here, Team Spiritual Force has acknowledged that they've won round one. They're willing to throw the very, very first match to make sure that things are reset back up, so it's like we never left the match. So seriously, to Team Spiritual Force, let's give them a round of applause. Like, seriously, let's hear it in the chat. True, yeah. Let's give them a little hype. Thank you, Starla Jasmine. Let's give them a little hype. Let's give them a round of applause because Team Spiritual Force understands that this is all about sportsmanship. This is all about being a good fight, a good entertaining fight for everyone, a good challenging fight for everyone. And they are willing to have things be reset up to where Team Coldea gets the first point and that they reset. And that is beautiful. That is truly beautiful. You love to see it. You love to see it. Thank you, little Leo. All right, so with that, I think everyone is back in who wants to see. Okay, and the show must go on. So again, if you were knocked out of the lobby, feel free to go to Twitch and you'll be able to see everything from my perspective. With that, yep, they're starting the match. And they're going to be going back exactly back to the exact same settings as they were before. Roja, yeah, thank you for the hype. Yeah, we need to give them hype. We absolutely need to give them hype because it is so nice in a tournament setting to see someone say, hey, we lost the first match. We're willing to set things back up to where they were. We're willing to have a good sportsmanlike match. You know, we're all going to cool off just a bit. That's a really, really good thing to see. So seriously, to Team Spiritual Force and to their leader, Caesar. Excuse me, sorry. To their leader, Caesar. Oh, and Starla Jasmine says that she's about to see some gameplay for the first time since 2019.
Alright, so there we go. But seriously, guys, in the chat, let's give them some hype. Let's give them some respect, because this is going to be one of the final matches of the day. We're going to see whose tournament life is on the line, who is going to get that prize money, who is going to be the most superior team. But Starla Jasmine, I'm happy this will be the first time that you've seen gameplay in several years. The thing is, we're trying to make sure that this game stays alive. This game should not die. This is an utterly amazing game made by Team Ninja that made a lot for this game. So we want to make sure that this game stays alive. It's a once-a-month tournament. And again, feel free to join that Final Fantasy Discord if you so like, and or to hit that follow button, which you already have. Thank you so very much.
And in this corner we have Jacko and Courage playing a combination of a Vanguard character and also a ninja character, with Incubus playing his character with the mid-range kind of mage-like character, and then finally Caesar RF.
Time for an exquisite interlude.
Now again, what they're doing is they are purposefully incapacitating the team. They are purposefully getting things back to where they need to be so they can start like with round 2 with, again, Team Bitch Princess. There we go, Team Bitch Princess with 1 point. So again, that's what they're doing right now. This is not the actual match.
Misery be your consort. Struggle all you wish.
curtain rises.
Round 2, fight!
Alright, this is a legitimate match. Again, Incubus starts by picking up his opponent. He is not going down without a fight. Feeling the pain of the previous loss, he wants to make sure that he and his teammate are both safe. That right now his teammate is not really using rain in order to protect himself. Courage, who has been the random character to come in and really push Bitch Princess really far. Not that they absolutely need this. And it seems like a member of the red team has already been taken out. Jacko has already been taken down once. Courage is by himself up against the wall. Is help coming? Is there help coming? Not enough to take out Courage. Caesar Alpha is up against the wall. The Vanguard is going to double team them. Will there be a tandem attack? Managing to barely escape. And just like that, Jacko is pushed away with a HP attack. Courage is following the team marksman, who is normally really good at keeping really far away. Incubus is keeping his mid-range distance. Jacko is going for the crystal because they absolutely want Ifrit to be out in the field. And for Courage, a lot of HP has been taken. These are RF definitely doing their job as a marksman, keeping the enemy team at bay up against the wall. But who's going to get the next kill? Sephiroth having a lion's share of the bravery. Sorry, that's Incubus. Wow, and just like that, he managed to take down another stock of Bitch Princess's team. Colda is gone, but immediately responded with Jacko taking a point from the blue team. Right now, red team, Colda is going to have to fight uphill to make sure that they stay in the lead.
In your conflagration.
Jacko's being pushed up against the wall, and immediately is hit with an HP attack. He's going to be incapacitated for 2 seconds. Courage is by himself and also still gets incapacitated. Blue team, Spiritual Force is sitting pretty as they dodge Ifrit. And a complete turnaround, folks, with Spiritual Force managing to take out Team Coldea. That is a hard name to pronounce. That is a very hard name to pronounce. Okay, so right now the enemy marksman, Caesar RF, was managed to take down Courage using a ranged attack. That sets their HP back to 0. And they're going for a second hit. They're just slaughtering foes left and right. They got extremely comfortable. Spiritual Force got extremely comfortable in the first match. Another HP attack. Coldea is going to have to get back on their feet if they're going to have to stay viable. Pushed up against the wall. Will they be saved, though? Ranged attack, broken. Caesar RF looking for viability, running away. Practically cornered, dodges the poison attack. Bitch Princess looking for that final hit. This cover, but is this it? Managed to get pushed away. Jacko up against the wall and is immediately saved by the teammate. They really need to turn the tides of things. They're going to keep things going. And just like that, Courage is taken down. It's Jacko, Bitch Princess all by themselves for the next 5 seconds. They go for a summon.
Upon this tenebrous earth.
Jacko trying to keep his team alive. Jacko is extremely good at dodging enemy attacks. So weave in and out with some really advanced with broken shield. Here's an opportunity. Will they miss it? He's down, exposed, and he dodges at the last minute and uses an HP attack to escape. That could have been the point changer. That could have turned the tide of battle. Courage all by themselves, and the summon is gone. Courage is going to pick up his feet. Jacko's in danger. And just like that, Bitch Princess of Team Coldia is taken down. And it is 1-1. 1 for Coldia, 1 for Spiritual Force. All right.
And we're just waiting for stage selection right now. Team Coldia is deciding what stage they are going to be picking next. They are deciding what stage they're going to be picking next, and we're just waiting for a response. Courage is in position. Courage is yet to ready up, but we don't hear a stage just yet. We're waiting patiently. Waiting for the Team Coldia to pick a stage. Oh, they're working on that. They're still strategizing. Oh, they're starting the match. They're starting the match, but have you picked a stage yet? Hold on. Okay, Jacko is backed out. They have not picked the stage. Yep, give them a little time. Give them a little time to think. Give them a little time to breathe. Okay, and they've picked the Promised Land. All right, ready up when ready. Again, that stage is the Promised Land. The Promised Land Meadows. Promised Land Meadows. Promised Meadows? Promised Meadows. The stage is the Promised Meadows. Not a problem, Jacko. Not a problem.
And the stage is the Promised Meadows. Again, this will be the viability of the tournament life of either Coldia or Spiritual Force as they ready up and we are ready to go. This will be one of the last matches of the tournament. But don't worry, we're close or far from being over. And again, just so you guys can learn a little bit about me,
There we go. See? You got something nice and chill. You're talking with people. You know, your computer's a potato. And now you could talk for hours while music plays in the background. It's all copyright free. You're having a decent time with your audience. And again, I'm doing all of this with Lightstream. All of it. Like, there's my music. Okay, this is the screen that you're looking at. I could go over news and topics. I can go over current events. I can, and again, I'm a console gamer. I'm a console gamer. And I can do all of this with Lightstream for 12 bucks a month. Easiest money I ever spent. Easiest money I ever spent. I love it. But oh, there's something even better, and you're gonna love this. Like, let's.
Right now, our combatants are picking their summons. So let's hear in chat, who are you rooting for? Caldia or Spiritual Force? Who is leaving the tournament and not getting $100, and who is sticking around for even more carnage? As Courage goes for his Onion Knight main, and Jacko decides, was that a bat with freaking spikes on it? Anyway, Jacko decides to go with Cloud for bat, did not even know that was an option. Then we have Incubus. That's definitely for intimidation.
How do I get rid of these wimps? What tortured screams shall grace our...
Round 1. Fight!
Just like that, Incubus is getting tapped by Cloud with a really interesting looking bat. Very cool DLC there. Onion Knight manages to push off the opponent. Cloud uses an HP attack, knocks out his opponent. Seriously, is that like a Negan bat? What is that? Onion Knight managed to become a mage, which is an extremely powerful mage for this type of game. Caesar RF trying to keep their distance, looking for that dedicated hit, and Caesar RF manages to take out the enemy marksman mage, which is Courage. Courage is down for 5 seconds. Cloud's all by himself. 2v1 for a second. Courage is back into the match. Tries to use sword and sorcery, misses, and is immediately punished. It's Courage 2 against 1. Can't seem to get escaped. Incubus manages to match 2. Incapacitate Princess. It's not looking good for round 1 of Caldia's career.
Shine a spotlight upon this tenebrous earth.
And just like that, Courage uses sword and sorcery to give Incubus a piece of their mind. It's 2 versus 1. Will they be able to track down the marksman? Unfortunately, Cloud timed their attacks wrong. Bitch Princess warming up to Incubus, manages to close the distance. As we can see here, Ramah is not being too effective, but unfortunately, Courage was taken out by the enemy marksman. If that isn't a finished screen. Alright, Team Caldia featuring Bitch Princess and Courage have an uphill battle to climb. Not seeing much movement here. And the Onion Knight manages the sword and sorcery through the enemy marksman's attacks. Caesar RF being put in timeout temporarily. He's up against the wall. Will there be a tandem attack? There's a follow-up. He manages to recover, and he's right beside the crystal. Cloud uses the poison attack. It actually hits. That lowers the overall HP of your opponent. Cloud manages to hit an HP attack. It incapacitates a member of Spiritual Force, and they follow up with a marksman who's all by themselves up against the wall. Tandem attack. That's a double hit. A double hit. That's really going to weaken the defenses of Spiritual Force, who can hopefully pull themselves back together. Bitch Princess barely manages to dodge another HP attack. Is pushed away.
Set the world on fire and watch it burn.
Ifrit is their summon, who's going to cause a lot of havoc on field. Is Spiritual Force going to be able to pull themselves up? Pressure there, and just like that, incapacitated. Bitch Princess is out for a little bit. Jacko is down. Courage is all by himself, 2v1. 2 more seconds till he can possibly get some help. Jacko slowly closing in on the danger. Up against the wall. Immediately countered, down but not out. It's still an even game. Incubus returns to Earth and is chasing down Courage. Courage is all by himself. He's keeping the pressure on the enemy marksman. Decides to go for Incubus, changes direction, dodges an attack. He's just a little too far away. He's being pushed away. Cloud manages to close the distance, up against the wall, follow-up attack. Manages to close with an aerial attack. Is he going to be able to, ooh, and he's saved by the enemy marksman. It was a good hit though. She's hit with a poison HP attack. Her HP is going to be constantly lowering. And just like that, Bitch Princess has been taken down by Incubus, who manages to get their summon up. Oh no. We've got to freeze. We've got to freeze. We've got to freeze. And the connection is still good. We're still strong. Everyone is still in. Right now it's blue team. Koldia's turn to run away from the summon, who is Rama. Incubus going for that combo damage, manages to incapacitate. But Cloud's not having any of it. Cloud manages to follow up. Cloud's up against the wall. Cloud's in trouble. He's immediately saved by Sword and Sorcery from the Onion Knight. Cloud is up against the wall. This is blue team's chance to finish. This could be it. And just like that. Actually, I think that's an even game. Wait, no, Bitch Princess. Okay. Hold on. Get another round.
It appears our victory was preordained.
Yes, okay, good game. Just to be absolutely sure, yep. It was Caesar RF or Team Spiritual Force that knocked Koldia out of the tournament. So the very, very popular member of the Final Fantasy Discord, Koldia, yes, good game, has been knocked out of the tournament.
We'd like to give our combatants of Team Koldia a respectful goodbye. They were unfortunately knocked out of the tournament, and they had an extremely popular player by the name of Jacko Bitch Princess, who is a popular person, really well known on the Final Fantasy Discord. Seriously, chat, let's give them a round of applause. Let's give them a serious round of applause. They've been extremely good sports, and considering that Bitch Princess Jacko had to find a last-minute teammate in Courage, that is utterly amazing. Utterly amazing that Courage was able to pull them so far this in the tournament. But Spiritual Force will be moving on, and we will be seeing you, Bitch Princess and Courage, next month. Of course, you guys have been utterly amazing. Like, the thing is, a lot of the members here in this tournament today, they are part of the Final Fantasy Discord. So they have been utterly amazing, utterly stunning. So with that, we're going to continue moving forward. We're going to submit those scores right quick. Do not start the match, however. Do not start the match just yet.
By your leave. A sight to behold. You have my thanks.
All right. And in this corner, we have Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry versus... There we go, Team Spiritual Force. Guys, if you could switch places, however, we want Tom and Jerry in the top slot. Tom and Jerry in slot A, and we want Spiritual Force in slot B. Again, Tom and Jerry in slot A and Spiritual Force in slot B, because Spiritual Force is from the loser's bracket. Again, Tom, if you could go to the top, please. Thank you very much. All right, and combatants, feel free to spectate and start when you are ready. Now, Tom and Jerry in this tournament have been... Well, just feel free to start when you're ready.
All right, Tom and Jerry have been undefeated in this tournament. It's going to take Spiritual Force multiple victories. Thank you again in the chat for the hype. Thank you very much for the hype. It's going to take multiple victories in order for them to get to the top when it comes to fighting Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry have an utterly devastating strategy of cornering their opponent and then using a wide-range HP attack, which can be quickly used by a high-poised Vanguard. Okay, but yeah, so team strategies. Spiritual Force likes to use a combination of mid-range and long-range attacks with a, I'm going to say a, not quite a I say a specialist character probably, but yeah, he has magical mid-range attack, and then finally they're followed by Caesar RF when it comes to Tom, Spiritual Force, who uses long-range marksman-like attacks, while Tom and Jerry uses a Vanguard Assassin combination, a Vanguard Assassin combination which quickly corners their opponents, encapsulates them, and utterly devastates them. Which strategy will be seen as superior? We're going to find out in just a moment as the teams get done finishing with their briefing.
I will take you to a world of dreams.
I'll humor for now.
Round one, fight!
Okay, so Tom this time is going for a slightly different character. Wow, and just like that, the enemy marksman managed the last-minute dodge. He's put up against the wall. Caesar RF doing their job as a marksman, definitely keeping their distance away. They're in trouble. They need to get out of the lower level if they're going to be safe here. Very dangerous area. Incubus is going to follow the tandem attack. Not quite. He immediately gets countered. And the marksman's in trouble. She gets hit with a devastating HP attack. She's going to be out for the next 2 seconds. And she's immediately pushed back away. Incubus barely managing to dodge an attack. And he's up against the wall, and he's incapacitated too. Both Incubus and Caesar RF are having trouble in this match. Tom and Jerry are sitting pretty.
The show must go on.
Incubus is put up against the wall. Caesar RF is all by themselves. They're barely dodging their attacks. Managed to get barely hit. Tom and Jerry are on the chase. Incubus in defense.
Banish those ruffians to the abyss!
Oh crap! Here, let me just take this spot. Sorry. And just like that, team Spirit Force is able to take a light off of Tom and Jerry. Hopefully he's going to be able to turn the tides of battle. It's not looking good. A team HP attack could totally ruin this game right now, especially when it comes to Team Spirit Force. They're doing their best to stay alive, and the marksman has been taken out. It's 2v1. Incubus is by himself against the wall. He uses his attacks to try to get out of the corner. Barely manages to dodge. And Spirit Force manages to get their summon out, but right now Caesar RF is absolutely going to have to get out of there unless he be immediately retaliated with an HP attack within mid-range. And unfortunately, Caesar RF just could not get away fast enough. Hit with a tandem attack from Tom and Jerry. It was over too quick, but that's alright. We have a multitude of rounds to still go. And again, these are grand finals. Let's hear it for our contesters. These are others against the wall. Okay, Jerry's got him up against the wall. Barely managed able to escape. Caesar RF doing a good job of being a really good marksman and being able to disappear. Incubus has got his back. He's up against the wall, but he can't follow up a tandem attack. Right now, Tom is the most dangerous man on the map, unless Incubus can get a hit. He spams an HP attack, and unfortunately is incapacitated by Tom. Caesar RF is all by herself. Managed to turn things around, is able to save their teammate. It's not looking good for Incubus. They've got to turn things around if they want their tournament life to be viable. He's up against the wall, but is immediately saved by Incubus. There we go. Teamwork. Teamwork is definitely how we make the dream work.
Banish those ruffians to the abyss!
And just like that, Tom and Jerry have been able to summon Bahamut. This lowers the offense of the enemy and buffs the defense of the summoner. Incubus is going for the kill. Incubus is up against the wall and is hit with an HP attack. He's going to be out for at least a second. She manages to teleport out, an extremely smart move for a marksman. Does Incubus have a response? Whipping another attack is going to cost him some vital time. Up against the wall, and unfortunately, a double tap, a happy birthday, if you will, up against the wall, hitting both Incubus and Caesar RF. taking their first round. Caesar RF, Incubus, Team Spiritual Force is going to have to absolutely dominate the next match if they are to stay in a good position.
Feels good to stretch a little bit.
Again, they lost that match with a happy birthday, but they've got one more chance to take another round and make sure that they can stay tournament viable and send Team Tom and Jerry to the losers. Seriously, a valiant display of force and alternative strategy, as this team has used a very combination of different attacks to take down their enemy teams, and they are, as far as we can tell, undefeated.
Alright guys, we're waiting for stage selection. Again, selection. Okay, they're saying stage 13. So stage 13 is the stage of which they're selecting. Good luck, combatants, and there we go. Want to make sure that I don't miss the spectation. Oh boy.
Let's keep up the training.
Alright, could be the final match unless Tom and Jerry take a huge fall. So we'll be looking forward to making sure that they have an extremely entertaining match. That is all of them. Let's give our combatants a huge round of applause as we get ready for the final match. If it is the final match of Tom and Jerry can utterly dominate. This is it. Your grand finals with Team Tom and Jerry versus Spiritual Force. Let's see the carnage. Let's see the station. Let's see the meta strategy as both of our teams get ready. Again, let's see plenty of hype in chat. Your remotes will appear on stream. Tom and Jerry versus Incubus and Caesar RF. Tom and Jerry versus Spiritual Force. They're using the exact same characters. They're about to slam down in Eden.
Oh, do go easy on me.
It is a simple fact that I cannot...
Round one, fight!
And we have Tom using an HP attack to track down Incubus. Unfortunately, the marksman has been taken out. It's 2 versus 1 right now. They're up against the wall, and they get hit with another. Oh, and a last-minute save. Unfortunately, both get hit with an HP attack. It's the marksman running away from the Team Ninja, Jerry. Incubus is broken. Incubus is going to have to do everything they can to stay alive, even though they could take out another teammate. It's either going to be Incubus or Jerry. And unfortunately, Caesar RF gets taken out. Jerry, having enough to be able to take down Incubus, is trying to close the distance and is immediately pushed up against the wall. Jerry manages to finish with an incapacitated HP attack. It's a quick match for both Tom and Jerry as they decide to summon their summon Bahamut. Alright, so right now their defenses are utterly lowered. Caesar RF can't manage to get away, manages to use a really quick attack. Caesar RF does actually have enough bravery to take somebody down, but they're up against the wall. They're broken, and all it takes is one more point. One more point, and Tom and Jerry will be able to put these guys in an unwinnable or very difficult to win situation unless they can absolutely change the meta strat. Incubus by himself, 2 versus 1. Tom has got her up against the wall, followed up with an HP attack. And just like that, just like that, round 1 has been taken by Tom and Jerry. There's one more round left. Spiritual Force. Spiritual Force has one more chance to keep their tournament life alive to the undefeated Tom and Jerry. Incubus using their incredible air movement to stay out of danger. Unfortunately, they get hit with an HP attack. The only benefit that comes from that will be that their stamina will be back up. Jerry takes a chunk of Incubus. She's up against the wall, and she's the first to be incapacitated. A double team tap as Incubus tries to save them. They've got to get out of the corner. And right now it's Incubus who's in trouble. Incubus needs to manage to get away. And just like that, he's immediately pushed back. He was not able to be saved in time. This is the last stock of Team Spiritual Force. Tom and Jerry have got him up against the wall, a double attack, and it's devastating. Utterly devastating. Will Incubus be able to come around?
Banish those ruffians to the abyss!
And again, Incubus has incredible air movement, but it's caught by Jerry, then hit by the summon.
You're gonna lose.
Right now, Jerry has enough juice to take down the entire team. Incubus shield's getting weak. It's passed through by a HP attack, and that is it. That is it. That is the tournament.
And there we have it, folks. There we have it.
I was destined for greatness, not this.
And there we have it, folks. There we have it. That is the end of the tournament. The winners of this tournament are Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry are the ones that were able to take it from everyone. They've won the $100 prize and have dominated as the strongest. Now, as we have Tom and Jerry in the background, what we're going to do is have a couple of...
Oh, the euphoria! What a smashing display! How kind of you!
All the world shall fall by my hand, and the powers I gained in hell.
I'll destroy them all!
Welcome, holy warriors.
That is the tournament with Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry winning the cash prize of $100, which we will talk about on Discord how you can receive. Please stick around for the interview. We're going to interview your process and figure out what strategies that you guys utilize to become on the very top. So please do stick around. We're possibly going to use Discord for that, so just hang on for just a moment. But with that stated, again, so guys, chat in chat, make sure that you give a round of applause to Tom and Jerry and all of our combatants. And we will see you next month, but the show is not over yet. We're going to interview our winners. But again, if you're in chat and you're looking for Final Fantasy Dissidia games, Final Fantasy Dissidia NT games, and you can't seem to find it, and you own a PS4 or a PS5 with a PC, follow this Discord right here. And you too can join in the frolicking fun and the madness. An extremely helpful, non-toxic community of which to speak with. Alright, there we go. We're updating the brackets right now. And this video will be put into the tournament archive. So if you happen to miss this tournament and you want to see exactly how the tournament was gone, check out my YouTube and also check out Twitch, because that's where this VOD will be. Alright, and now we are going to have a small interview. Just a moment.
Welcome to the channel.
Guys, sorry about that. You should be able to hear me now. Okay guys, so what we're going to be doing is having just a quick interview. Please join me in the Discord room. All right, we've got one person in the Discord room. Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me? That's great. We're going to be starting in just a moment. Congratulations, by the way. Yeah, congratulations. So here, we'll be starting in just a moment. Sure. That's completely fine. Oh, okay. Well then, we'll do a really quick interview if you'd still be interested. Okay, just a moment. it's taking like a little bit of time for my Discord to pop up. So again, guys, if you're there, just we'll have this interview because we want to pay our combatants. You guys have $100 at the moment. There we go. All right, we're almost ready. 10 more seconds. All right, can you hear me now? And can you hear me now?
Yes, still yes.
That's great. That's great. That's great. I'm gonna put you in my ear, and we will be all set.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we are here with Caesar DF, and he is the current tournament winner. He and his part. Wait, hold on.
Second place.
Oh, hold on. All right, let me. It was Tom and Jerry actually. Hold on a second. It was Tom and Jerry. Yes. Guys, dyslexia can be a real pain. Tom and Jerry actually won the tournament. My bad. I don't know why I put in Discord. Join me in the lobby there. I'm so sorry about that. It was
no problem. That means I can go eat.
Yes. Go eat. Go eat.
All right. So yeah, thanks for the tournament, man. It was very great. It was great to have a tournament again.
Yes, absolutely. We'll have a tournament in 1 month's time. The prize money is going to be even more than $100. And again, sorry guys, my dyslexia gets me mixed up sometimes. So let's actually properly interview the winners, and then we will be on our way. So Caesar, thank you for being here. And by the way, you play a great marksman. I learned a lot from you.
Thank you. Well, see you next time.
See you next time. Sorry guys, I get a little scatterbrained sometimes. Like seriously, my apologies. Let me get the actual winners, who are Tom and Jerry, for the Discord here.
I'm right here.
Oh, so are you Tom or are you Jerry? You are Jerry. You're Jerry.
Yeah. I was the speed player.
Okay.
Or the assassin player.
All right. Is coming in?
Yeah, he's right here. I don't think his mic is working right now, but he'll be here, I guess.
That's completely fine, and that's completely fine. Well, as soon as he comes in, I did see him for just a moment. Okay, so with that, let me make sure that all the mics are up. Feel free to say hello.
Hello.
All right, there you are. So, okay, sorry about that. First off, my dyslexia can be utterly crippling, so sometimes I'll just get things straight up backwards. Like, Tom and Jerry absolutely won. You guys will be receiving $50 a piece. The way that you get those winnings are inside of the tournament rules. But first off, let's start with just how did you start playing Final Fantasy Dissidia? How do you feel about the game?
I can't speak for my friend Brave here, but I started NT because I've been a fan of Dissidia, Final Fantasy for a while. I grew up with 7. I mean, at first with 10, and then I played with 7. I just really liked the characters, and then eventually I heard Dissidia was in the PSP and had a PSP, so I thought, I'm gonna go play it. And for the longest time I played Dissidia 012 and Duodecim, and then I heard around 2014 that Japan was having the arcade, and I followed it religiously, and so
welcome.
Hey, thank you.
Brave Fantasy and also False. Like, first off, let me get your name right. So how do I? This is just False.
False. Yeah, just say false.
False. Okay, and Brave Fantasy. Congratulations, guys, on winning the very second no NT bagging tournament here for the Final Fantasy Dissidia Discord. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was nice coming because
he told me that there was a tournament going on, I was like, oh wait, for real? Like, hold on, I want in on that. Because it's always nice to see more tournaments being done in this game, especially far in lifespan. So I was like, oh yeah, why not? Let's go in.
Yeah, because we don't get to see a lot of tournaments nowadays anyway. So it's to see that some trying.
Well, it is, and the thing is, like, I find this game personally extremely unique. Like, so the thing is, I absolutely love the Final Fantasy games, but I don't do really well with turn-based combat at all. So for me, this is extremely entertaining for me just to watch my favorite Final Fantasy characters move in real time like a Kingdom Hearts character. So I hate to say it, I am the outsider looking in, the noob, and this game is just so good. I had to try to keep it alive. Because from my perspective, it seems like the only living community is the PC community and the PS4 community, and it's really small. So I had to put together a tournament, and thanks to JT and Bitch Princess, which shout out to you guys if you guys are still watching, encouraged me to do a tournament where there was a monetary incentive. That way we could have more people join. But no, tell me about your NT experiences. Like, you saw that it came to PlayStation. Tell me about how you guys feel about the game, and then we'll talk strategy. So just Brave, if you would please, or False, if you would please.
Sure thing. Like, I like both, like the turn-based and I like action-based. I prefer action, but NT is like, because it seems like Square Enix, they've been shifting more toward like action-based combat nowadays. So that's why I was like, oh, okay, so NT's coming, because I like team-based games a lot, and I like strategizing with teammates, because it's like, it's always nice to like talk about like how the meta might shift or which characters you want to do and like form a strategy. And so once I heard it was 3v3 as well, I was like, okay, why not? Let's play this. And so I didn't meet False at first, but eventually we started playing like around, I believe, like late 2019, I think. So like it started like somewhere around there, and then we just started playing and teaming up, and it's been really fun. And the community is fun to interact with too, because you have to kind of like find your crowd as well, because sometimes the community is like kind of like dispersed between like the PS4 and the PC community. So sometimes it can be kind of hard to find like some games or lobbies, but once you find like the crowd, it's really fun to get some games going.
I would absolutely agree. Like, even as somebody who's new to the game like myself, in which I made the terrible mistake of starting with Ace, even I could have some fun. Yeah, I love Ace. I think Ace is an amazing character, but like if you like a wizard, like if you like wizard or like just long range type characters, which I'll get into that in a moment, but just simply put, it was even fun just mashing buttons and having a lot of fun, even though if I didn't know what I was doing there.
Yeah, exactly. It's just fun to just, just get in there and just like go crazy.
There we go. So what would you guys say to new people that want to get into Final Fantasy but are not able to, or just like, what is something that you'd like to tell them to do when they start playing?
For NT, I would say just like with any game, play it for fun. Don't get too serious about it, and that's the main thing with any game. Play for fun. But with NT in particular, I think having a group to play with is so important, just because this is a multiplayer game. If you don't really have anyone to play with, I mean, sure, if you have fun with that, go ahead playing by yourself. But if you have a friend or two other people that you can play with, by all means, I think that really heightens the experience even more. Because I wouldn't be playing if I haven't met someone like Brave at this point.
Yeah, because at first I just mainly like played alone, but then I started kind of, like branching out a little bit and like starting to interact with more players. And once you like kind of interact a bit more with other people, you can like start finding even more people to play with, which heightens the experience for me, in my opinion. And then you can like get more games, because then it's easier to make lobbies as well. Because sometimes the ranked, it might be a little bit hard to find games on ranked every so often. That's why I usually like would rely on a lobby if there's nothing going on in ranked. And for people like trying to get into it, yeah, I would recommend like just playing for fun at first, and then just seeing how you want to do with the game. And then if you want to like dip your toe into the competitive scene a bit, go for it. Like, I would say just go for it. I would say see how you feel about it first, and then if you want to take that next step, go for it. Because you want to also find like your crowd first, and then seeing if you want to take that next step as well. Because once you have people to play with, it's easier to start making games as well. Because even if you just want to play for fun, you need people to like be around to make the lobbies to begin with. Because if you just search in the lobby system, like the lobby matchmaking, a lot of the lobbies are locked, So it's good to be in this type of server like the Cydia Network to get some games going with people.
It absolutely is. And even though I've been spamming this Discord over and over, I will spam this Discord again. For the guys who are watching my Twitch stream right now, again, you can always find games. You can join my Discord, you can join my channel, or you can join the Final Fantasy Discord. I'm just a random guy who found this Discord and was like, oh my god, I'm having fun. Why aren't more people playing this game? Which is why I tried this. So now the next thing we want to talk about right quick is strategy. So strategy. So you guys have utterly dominated no NT bagging. Oh, and a quick side note. It takes a community to have a community. So like one thing I've noticed about the Final Fantasy Discord community is they realize that they're practically a dead game. So they're just extremely nice. Like anyone who comes in, like I've not seen them really be rude or mean to anyone ever. They're just like, "Oh, you want to play a marksman?" And then somebody was like, "No, no, start with assassin. How dare you?" Right? So I think the community is extremely welcoming, and you guys are a perfect representation of that. I mean, for crying out loud, we've got a person called Bitch Princess that everyone really likes. Like that. Like
that name is amazing.
This is a great name. This is a great name. So, with that, guys, let's talk strategy. So, what would you say your overall dominant 2v2 strategy was? Because I think that your Red Sword Vanguard strategy was utterly devastating. What do you guys have to say to that? Like, did you think of that today? Is that like a part of the metagame?
We tried to like separate them a bit because in 2v2, like once you get knocked away, it's harder to regroup as opposed to what do you call like 3v3? Because at least the other person might be able to help the person that might be getting 2v1. But since it's 2v2, if one person gets knocked away, then it's just instant 2v1 at that point, and it's harder for them to regroup. So we tried to kind of like divide the people a little bit to make it harder for them to help each other. That's why sometimes we would I was like try to do holy chain with warrior light to provoke them so they can't even like target Rocco, so he could like do his thing a little bit easier, or to just push someone away so we could like have an easier time trying to topple onto them. It's like kind of like a divide and conquer, like split them up, and then kind of try to wreak havoc like that.
Yeah, basically what Brave said, because in a 2v1 in a 2v2 setting, unlike 3v3, if one is knocked out, at least in 3v3, there's someone there who could try to potentially help them or punish someone for overextending. But in 2v2s, just because if someone separates the 2v1, that just lets us go ham on them and farm them essentially. So let's say we separated the assassin away from the Yushtola, then at that point we kind of can just abuse that.
Well,
and then we can get Brave out of that. Yeah.
We saw that. It was utterly devastating. Like, the thing is, your team name is Tom and Jerry, but the cat and mouse you're playing with the other team is utterly like the thing is, the first two sets of team that started off with this tournament. So, the first two teams were Spiritual Force and Claudia. Claudia, right? The team that features again Courage and Bitch Princess, and Spiritual Force, like they did put up a great fight. It was like a really even, great match, very very entertaining, like something you'd see on anime. And then you guys show up, and then like within 2 minutes, it's just red on the screen. Like I can't even make out the characters because it's just red. It's all just red, and like the sound of like HP bars just devastating and falling down. Like if there was like an actual audience in a room, I think it would have been very quiet. It was an extremely dominant strategy.
Yeah, they were focused mainly on a lot of people are on 2v2s, I've noticed, are so focused on grouping up together that they don't really take advantage of or doing separate 1v1s instead of, you know, giving that team effort. So that's what I've noticed. So we kind of just abused that.
Well, that's impressive. Well, the next tournament is going to be a 3v3 tournament, so you guys might want to find yourself a third, because 3v3, as you stated before, just like unlike on 2v2, the strategies I would say are relatively different. With 2v2, if something goes wrong, it's really really hard to climb back up that hill and get rebalanced or regroup. For 3v3, as you stated earlier, it's going to be much easier for people to, I'd say, regroup and or restabilize themselves. So with that, what would you say your strategy going in for a 3v3, or what are you looking forward to when it comes to the next tournament, other than total domination and over victory? Like, would you like?
Well, 3v3. I didn't know there was gonna be a 3v3 actually next time. When is that gonna happen?
So that's gonna happen within 3 weeks' time. I'm trying to keep it at least once a month because I am literally a one-man channel. Like I do.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, I'm just a dude, just one guy.
And thank you.
Yeah, thank you for doing this. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'll be talking with you in private about how to get your prize money. Seriously, guys, congratulations. Buy yourself some games, or get yourself some Final Fantasy apparatuses, whatever. You guys utterly deserve it. Is there anything that you want to say to your audience before you go? Anything that you want to get out there about communities or fighting video games in general, or just mindset, or DLC, or just how to start? Because let me tell you, starting with a marksman was a mistake. Like, what advice would you give for the people watching the stream right now who think this game is dead and see it slowly coming back to life?
You want to start, Brave? Because
Oh, sure thing. I would just say if you like the game, even though it's maybe hard to find people, I would just keep trying to play as much as possible, especially while people are like still trying to like recuperate and gather people back up in the community because like there are maybe periods where it's dead and it's hard to find people, but if you just join like a server like the Cydia network or just try to like find people to just interact with, it's usually better to come in here and then just start talking to people, and you'll be able to get some games going, and then you might even find a teammate as well, or just acquaintances that you're comfortable playing with, and you can take it from there. Because it's really fun playing a game like this because there's not a lot of games that do it the way Dissidia does.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's a lot of team games, but it feels more unique on this game for some reason. It's hard to explain it, but the way that this game does its 3v3, it's very thrilling to like get the game going, and you can just come up with unique strategies because I feel like 3v3, like it's a bit different from 2v2 from like the reasons we said, and also you can strategize even more in 3v3 in terms of like you can like decide if you want to be more defensive, like passive, or if you want to go aggressive and just go ham in gorilla mode. Something like depending on how you do that can work too.
That sounds amazing.
Similar with Brave as well.
Oh yeah. Oh no, please continue your statement. I did not mean to interrupt.
Oh, no, sorry, my bad. So I just wanted to say essentially what he said. Talk to people because there are a lot of veteran players who are still playing NT. So if you're able to find someone who's willing to take the time to teach you the game, it really helps a lot because it's a very hard game to get into, at least to understand at a deeper level. But talking to people really help. Like I've seen here in the Cydia network where people set up lobbies and they start talking about how they played or how the fun that was done better. So yeah, just talking to people, and also just a lot. There are lots of uh, there's some YouTube videos where people talk, at least back then, where that are still up on people's advice on how to play NT, such as True Blade Seeker on YouTube. He is a veteran NT player who covered a lot of NT back then. So watching some of his videos, at least it lets you understand like what the character is, what they do. So that really helps a lot. And just yeah, really talk to people. It helps. It goes a long way.
Yeah, because you won't really be able to get a lobby done unless you interact with people. Because this isn't like something like Call of Duty or Halo or just like a lot of players where you can just set up a lobby and then you can just start playing. Like that might have been able to happen on launch, but nowadays you have to try to interact a bit more. It can be hard for some people, but you just start bit by bit, little by little, and then you might even be able to just, like have a full 3v3 lobby going.
Well, I've seen the room actually filled with 24 people sometimes. Sometimes in the middle of the day,
Yeah.
other times in the weekend. But yeah, no, the community's not dead. We just need more, like I'd say definitely more just exposure. Like even when I look in the past,
Yeah, exactly.
tournament videos, like there's barely any tournaments out there. Like I could probably count the amount of tournaments I could easily find on YouTube in one hand. It's like 6 or 7. Like the game.
Pretty much, yeah.
So the thing that like really just makes me sad when it comes to this game is the fact that like it is an amazing game. It's made by 10 Ninja, right? Those Ninja Gaiden guys. Um, People who love Final Fantasy but like want more real-time combat, like you stated earlier. This is the game for them. There's all types of roles, and hopefully we can bring it back. Well, with that, guys, thank you so very much for your time. I wanted to quickly ask, what are your social medias? If you have social medias, if you guys create video content, if you're a YouTuber or you're Twitch streamers, or if you have Instagrams and you want people to be able to reach out to you to get strategies and tips about Final Fantasy, you can plug your socials here if you want.
Oh, okay. Thank you. My Twitter is at VBraveFantasy.
That's
Don't forget to
V Bray.
the Fantasy.
Yeah. Sorry. At VBraveFantasy. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
at the
THE.
Brave Fantasy.
Okay. The
And
Brave
then
Fantasy.
the most important thing for him is his Twitch, where you get to see a lot of NT content when it happens, when there's what we call scrims.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I like if a scrim if there's a scrim going on, I will usually stream it.
At twitch.tv/Brave Fantasy.
Okay,
Yeah.
just a moment. / Brave Fantasy. Okay, I'm shouting out right now. Hold on.
Thank
So,
you.
just a
And if
moment.
you want to subscribe, it's just $4.99.
Oh
It
my
helps a lot.
god.
It helps a lot for my boy.
Well,
It helps a long way so he can continue playing NT.
Oh my gosh. This man plugging me.
There's no shame. There's no shame in that plug. In fact, guys, subscribe to Brave Fantasy right now because let's see if you're in my chat, Brave. Okay, so that's Brave, BRAVE, Fantasy, FANTASY. That's your channel
Yeah.
name? Okay, you're going to appear on my screen in just a moment. Guys, feel free to subscribe to Brave Fantasy. There's a 30% discount off on subscriptions for this month, so you get 30 days of ad-free, I hate English, ad-free viewing. It's a hard language. I prefer Japanese.
It is one of the most complicated ones for a reason.
Yes, 3 languages and a trench coat. But feel free to subscribe to Brave Fantasy. Subscriptions right now are down. They're 30% off. Here on Twitch, you get 30 days of ad-free viewing, plenty of Final Fantasy content, and other fighting game content. Also, if he has emotes, you get amazing emotes, and you can personally speak to the creator themselves. Twitch is people like Twitch a lot better than YouTube, only because you get to directly influence and be touched by your entertainment. So here, if you guys will be silent just for a moment, I'm gonna shout you out on screen. Your video is gonna appear up on my screen, okay?
Thank you. All right, sure thing.
Welcome. Just a moment. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Oh, nice picture.
Oh, thank you. Some judgment.
Thanks. You have my thanks. Maybe you can teach me to do it.
Holy crap, that's a huge attack. Nice shot. Nice shot. All right. And also, because we see you here, let me double check that. There we go. False if you want to plug your social media too. But seriously, guys, feel free to check out Brave Fantasy. His link is in the description right there. He makes plenty of Final Fantasy content for you guys that love Final Fantasy tournaments but want to see more. But False, tell us your social medias and where people can find you if you're a content creator. And there is no shame in plugging here.
I actually don't have any. I don't use social media, so if anything, all my love for Brave at twitch.tv/Brave Fantasy. All on him.
Well, then, I do believe that thing, guys, thank you so very much for the interview. You are going to be bathing in hundreds of $1 bills. That is a joke.
Let's go.
And also, guys, we'll be back in 3 weeks. It'll be a 3v3 tournament with official rules and standing. We want to see plenty of diversity when it comes to not necessarily character matches, but also meta, but play to win. You play to win. And also to a couple of company favorites, JT and Bitch Princess. We are looking forward to having you guys next month for the next tournament. Final Fantasy is not dead, and I have been Dark Display Puppy Kicker. Say goodbye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Take care, you guys. Thank you for the tournament, man.
Of course, see you in 3 weeks, and there will be more. I refuse to let this game die. Like, if you're looking, I'm literally wearing a Sephiroth rig right now. Like.
Oh, yeah? Hold on.
Oh, yeah, we've noticed. Yeah.
So.
We've noticed the Sephiroth.
All right.
Hey,
well,
thank you again.
That is everything. And for my Twitchers that are here right now, what we're going to do is we're going to raid somebody who is absolutely worthy. Absolutely worthy. Let's see what we have here. All right. So a guy who has been Tells of Mira. I don't know about that. We'll have to do J3B. So guys, if you'll stick around, we've got a guy by the name of J3B. He is a lot of fun. He's currently playing Crash Team Racing. He's a very, very entertaining channel, and I think he would definitely enjoy having your attention. Thank you guys so very much for sticking around. But don't go anywhere just yet. J3B hopefully is ready to go. He's a music gamer who's playing Crash Team, and it looks like some type of weird mod, but alright. You guys have an amazing night, or an amazing day. Final Fantasy loves you. The community is not dead.